Jawad Ahmad, and today we are present in our next economics class in which we are going to study what is production possibility curve or frontier. Before we can start our class, kindly subscribe my channel so you can get all my videos on a timely basis. Let's start our class. What is this curve? PPC curve. It is a curve which shows different combinations of two or more goods which can be produced by using all the resources that an economy have. Let's study from its notes. A production possibility curve, always already known as PPC or PPF, represent combinations of two alternative goods that an economy can produce using all its resources effectively. For example, if an economy have X resources, he can allocate these all resources only on two different kinds of goods. It can firstly produce missiles for security purpose, or they can focus on the production of wheat. As you know that both are the important articles that are the need of the hour. Missiles are necessary for the purpose of security and the defense purpose, and the wheat is necessary for the food articles. So we have to produce both of the quantities. Now the problem arises how much missiles should be made and how much wheat should be made. Here the concept of PPC helps us to define or analyze how much missiles should be made along with the production of wheat. So production, both goods can be produced at the same time at different quantity depending upon the nature and the quantity we intended or we required for our daily life. So we have different combinations for them. First combination will be we do not produce or made any missiles and produce 15 kg wheat. For example, it's an example. And second combination is that after some time we have realized that production of wheat is as much as important as we need a missile. Therefore, if we move from 0 to 1, we have to left 1 unit of wheat. So, in order to increase one quantity of missile, you have to decrease one quantity of wheat, yeah, or 1 kg of wheat. Similarly, in combination C, we realize that we require more and more missiles. So, in order to increase one more missiles, you have to forego 2 units of wheat. Similarly, if we want to produce 3 missiles, then we have to forego 3 kgs of or 3 units of wheat. Similarly, if we want to increase or if we want to produce 4 missiles, we have to left 4 units of kg. Here you have seen that in order to increase the quantity of missiles, you have to decrease the quantity of wheat. In order to make missiles more and more, you have to forego or left more and more units of wheat. This is the concept of opportunity cost. What is it? The concept of opportunity cost teaches us that in order in order to increase the production of one item, you have to set aside more and more resources from other goods. So the concept of foregoing more and more units of other good, in order to produce the first item, this concept is known as opportunity cost. It is the most important concept of economy that is applied on each and every path of life. In order to increase the quantity of one good, you have to decrease the quantity of other good. And we have the same resources. Resources cannot be increased. So while using the same resources, you have to set aside some resources of other good in order to produce the first good. This concept is known as opportunity cost. And the concept of PPC helps us to make such sacrifices, whether to make which quantity, at what quantity level, and what thing need to be sacrificed in order to get another thing. So we can make a pictorial explanation of this concept by making a graph, which is at x-axis we take missiles, and on y-axis we take wheat. Take a graph 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And other side wheat quantity you can take 2, 4, 6, and similarly other ones. So let's make the graph. At point 0 of missile, the quantity is 15. It will be somewhere here. Then at 2 or at 1, it is 14. Similarly, our downfall or our downward curve will be made, which showing that in order to increase the production of one quantity, you have to set aside resources from other good. You have to sacrifice the other good. Similarly, such a graph will be made when you join all these points of combination. This is combination A, B, C, D, E, and F, showing different level of production level at which the quantity of one good is increasing and the quantity of other good is decreasing. You see that quantity of one good is increasing and other is decreasing. PPC is menu or is a combination or chart of choices of product. That is, an economy can choose any point of PPC to produce. For example, an economy can choose point A, B, C, D, or E point, depending upon the need of the hour. This curve also shows that the concept of opportunity cost that we have already studied in the previous slide, where in order to increase the quantity of missiles, you have to decrease the quantity of wheat. So if you move from point A to B, you have to sacrifice 1 unit of wheat in order to produce 1 unit of missiles. But if you move from point B to C, you have to forego 2 units of wheat in order to produce one more unit of product missile. So the quantity of other goods increases rapidly in order to increase the quantity of one first good. PPC also showed the concept of scarcity. Scarcity is that we want or we intend to make many goods, or we have unlimited wants, but our resources are limited. You cannot increase the resources. So while remaining in the same resources, you have to sacrifice some quantity of one good in order to produce the quantity of other good. This curve also shows economic efficiency. It means that an economy should produce highest combination of goods and services. It shows a rational behavior. An economist always thinks about the rational benefit, means he always want to make its benefit as maximum as it possible. So the consumer always reach to such a level of economy where its want or its satisfactions are limited while using or remaining in the same environment. So now we have to study the characteristics of PPC. There are some advantages of PPC in which two of characteristics or two of the benefits are as possible or are as mentioned below. It has downward slope. Its slope is downward. Downward slope shows that increase in the production of one good means missile resources will be shifted from other good. Other good is wheat, which decrease production of other good. In order to increase the quantity of missiles, you have to decrease the quantity of wheat as more as you could. Secondly, it is concave to the origin. Concave to the origin means that some of the resources in the economy are more efficient. Some resources are more skillful, or some of the labor are more skillful in production of wheat as compared to missiles. So they can produce more and more units of wheat, but they can produce missiles as low as they can due to their less skillful type priority. So due to some skillful labors or due to some economy speciality or specialization in one of the good, the quantity of other good also decreases, due to which it is concave to the origin. There is also a growth in the economy when the resources or the available quantity of the raw material you have in your godown increases. Then this curve shifts from one point to another higher level point where the quantity of both good increases. It happened due to following reasons: due to increase in natural resources. For example, you have find out a new resource of oil, gas, coal, or other mineral resources. If our raw material increases, we have more possibility to increase our production of missiles and more quantity of wheat because we have surplus quantity in our stock. We can produce both without sacrificing the other. Increase in the quantity and quality. Sometimes the quality and the quantity of the product matters a lot. For example, if the commodity is such like health quantity or education quantity or a facility or a services that will benefit the economy at a greater level, so you have to sacrifice more and more resources towards such quantity. Therefore the government and the other institution set aside more and more resources towards such good which is more beneficial for the society. Increase in supply of capital. Sometimes the capital or the man-made resources, that is machinery, increases. Due to the increase in machinery, the production level also increases. You produce more units of missiles as well as more units of wheat. And last, development in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means new businesses establishes which produce more and more quantity, and advancement in technology, sometimes due to innovation, technological development or improvement, or increase in the efficiency of production facilities, always increase the growth level of the economy, due to which the production level increases and you have the more opportunity to produce more and more units of both quantity which are intended by the society. So it is the concept of PPC or production possibility curve. Hope the concept have been well explained. Let's meet in the next class. In case of any queries, you can place your queries in the comment section. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you for your time.